Good morning, good morning. Sorry I haven't been about for the last couple of days. I've been on a works course. So it's been 2 days of sitting in a Zoom meeting, which has been really horrendous, if you ask me. So I really do feel sorry for those people who are working from home constantly, because I couldn't do it, man. I'm used to just being out and about. And it's a killer, I've got to be completely honest. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days. So it's given me an appreciation for all those people that are working from home. And yeah, it's not as great as it sounds, is it really? But anyway, so I'm back. It's Friday. I've had an absolutely sterling week. I hope you have too. Been on point with my exercises, my morning rituals, the lot. And you know, I'm still learning. I'm constantly learning. One of my goals is to build up my Instagram following. I want a local fan base on Instagram, so I'm doing a bit of research on that, how to do it, how to build it up, and that, because it's still a relatively new platform to me. Instagram is. I mean, I was the dog's bollocks on like MySpace and Facebook, but you know, I stopped using social media for so long. It's all changed. But I'm getting the hang of it. But you know what I do? You know what I've always done? I've just posted stuff, and I've just tried to be as candid as I can. That's it, really. You know, I don't really think too much about. You know, I do. Obviously, you know, I've got a little bit of pride in what I put up, and you know, I like to do the thumbnail, and I'm trying to do all the things that the marketing people say and that. But at the end of the day, it's like anything, and it's like a music record. You can make one that sounds like fucking shit, but the song is so good, it just gives it something. You know what I mean? I mean, that's why people push genres and boundaries and sounds all the time. And what doesn't sound good to one person is like, man, that sounds alright to someone else. It's all subjective, isn't it? Artwork, content, it's all subjective. My theory, my approach is try and be as slick as I can with the time I've got and the skills I've got. That's all I can do, really, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm constantly developing my skills, but it's all about just showing you the progress, and that's what I'm doing. So I hope this content gets used. But for me, really, it's more of a therapy. Like that latest single that I've done, I was saying to my missus yesterday, I was saying, I really feel like it's been the therapy I've needed. I've needed to release that track and get it out there, and it's just like put a line in the sand of like that version of me to this version of me, and it's really liberating. So it's a good therapy. Well, who'd have known, eh? Who'd have known? But what was I going to talk about? So I've spoke about rule 1, rule 2, rule 3. I think I'm on now. Being calm and focused. What do I mean by being calm and focused? So, in the industry I'm in, construction, and when I used to do promotion and clubbing, it was full on, intense all the time. The stress levels are high, and you know, when a little thing goes wrong, it's like the most catastrophic thing in the world. And I get it. You know, what's in your life, what things that go wrong, it's the most catastrophic thing that could ever happen, isn't it? But you know, I try to calm myself now. I try to be nice and calm in every situation. No, I don't like to be one of them patronising people. It's like, hey man, you need to calm down, man. I hate that. I hate that myself, because it is patronising when someone's peed off and you're just like, you need to calm down right now. What's that gonna do? All it's gonna do is get the back up. So I just try and stay calm, and like, you know, just hear people, get onto the same wavelength as them. Yes, it's really, I can see where you're coming from. It's a problem. We're gonna fix it. Let's chill and let's have a think about it, so we can make the right decision. You know what I mean? That's what I mean about being calm. You've got to be, as a leader, you've got to be calm, even when things are going pear-shaped. Because if you're one of the people that puts their hands up in the air, runs around in circles saying that the sky's falling, then no one's going to look at you when you come up with a solution, or no one's going to follow you when you want to lead, and you know what I mean. So there's that side of being calm to help situations as a leader. There's also the side where when I've got so many things I want to do, if you haven't noticed already, I'm quite highly geared towards getting things done. I like efficiency. I like hard work. I don't like being a busy fool. I hate being a busy fool. I see so many people, they're so busy, I'm so busy, and they're just being busy for being busy's sake. Whereas and I feel like they think I'm not working hard, whereas I'm just actually focusing my attentions on the things that matter. Jocko Willink, always go back to him, read his book, Extreme Ownership, Dichotomy of Leadership. They're brilliant books. So one of the things he says, one of his like rules is prioritize and execute. Brilliant. It's about is when you're feeling overwhelmed. Like say if you go into a meeting and your boss gives you 100 tasks to do, you've written them all down, you're not going to start them because you're just going to be so overwhelmed. You're going to be like, bloody hell, where do I start? You know what I mean? So what I like to do is get that list. I'd say 100, that's a bit excessive, like, but get that list, and I'll go through the list and I'll put 2 stars next to something that's important, 1 star that's something that's important, and nothing for the things where it's just like a note or something that's not really it doesn't really need doing yet, you know, something that can wait. It's just, and that's how I do it. And then I section all these off. So I get my list, I prioritise, and then I take all the 2 stars, and then I go through them again, and I put them in a list order, what needs to be done. And then I just keep myself calm, and I focus on each task. In my industry, in construction as well, you have people coming in all the time, and it's a dynamic job because things happen on site, things change all the time, deliveries don't come, weather changes, blokes don't show up, whatever. So I do have to be pretty reactive as well, and I hate being reactive, but I can do it. It has to be done sometimes. It's a balance, isn't it? I can't just say to someone when there's a critical emergency on site, oh, hang on a second, it's number 5 on my list. I ain't getting to that yet. Some people will over egg their problems to make it seem like it's more important, but you've really got to get these people and put it into perspective. Explain to people, you know, I've got to get this done because, not being funny, but this is for the benefit of the project. This is more pressing than your issue. Your issue is your problem because it's stopping you from doing your work and probably stopping you personally from earning money. And I get why it's there. It's such a problem for them because they want to get this job done, they want to go home. But you have to prioritise and execute, else you're just going to be a busy fool running around and marching to the beat of everyone else's drum. You know what I mean? So prioritise and execute. Keep yourself calm. Keep yourself focused. Helps with everything. That's what I'm saying. I don't like to just pigeonhole it to work. That's why I do broad. So being calm and focused. Like we're going through issues with Ivy going to bed. So before we start putting her to bed, I get myself in a place of calm and I focus on what needs to be done and how she might react and how it might make me feel. If I don't go in with that mindset, I can be a bit, it can get you angry and you can start raising your voice and stuff like that. And if anyone's got kids, you know, as soon as you start raising your voice, you feel guilty. So just think, I don't want to be that person, you know. So yeah, staying calm, prioritise and execute. That's what I mean by that. Being calm and focused. So my meditation helps me deal with crisis. And I tell you what, if you are more efficient in what you do, when a crisis appears, you are more calm because you haven't got a million fires you're trying to put out at the same time. Because I see a lot of people at work as well, and this used to really get on my tits. I'd go to work and I'd get there. In construction, it's like you've got contracted hours, I get paid salary. So whether I do 8 hours a day or 20 hours a day, I get paid the same. If I do a Saturday, I don't get paid for it, etc, etc. And I get it, swings and roundabouts. When the project needs it, sometimes I have to pull the Saturday shift, sometimes I have to pull the late shift. I'm completely fine with it, and it's the anomaly. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the standard. And that's what the industry seems to, well, some people in the industry seem to push this standard where you've got to be doing overtime and working weekends and all that because the project needs it. And you're like, the project shouldn't need it because it should be planned in a way where it's managed to your employees' contracted hours. It's just greed and inefficiency, in my opinion. And this is the one thing that gets my goat. So I would turn up early. I do get to work early because I'm an early bird. There's no point me just sitting around. I'll get all my stuff done. I leave the house at the same time. I miss traffic. There's benefits to it. So I get there only half hour earlier, but I get to sit down. I get to have my cup of coffee before, you know, the onslaught comes. I get myself in a mentally prepared, focused state so I can start bang on 8 o'clock, start doing my daily routines at work, my schedule, going through the things, going through my lists. And that's how I work, you know what I mean? I stick to my times, I schedule my day out. It helps me stay calm, it helps me stay focused. And I'm just really efficient like that. But you get some people who get to work and they just spend like hours of the day just chatting. And you know, some people, their work is the social life, and I get it. But the same people then will expect you to stay late because they're staying late. The only reason that they're having to stay late is because they've wasted 2 or 3 hours of the day. You know what I mean? And that really annoys me. I've got a family, I've got a life, I've got side hustles. Hate to use that term, but it is. I've got things I'm doing on the side. You know, there's things I want to do, and my time is so precious. Like, when I leave on time. I leave at half past 4. Most people leave 5, 6 o'clock. So I feel guilty when I pack up my stuff and I go. But I'm just like, I'm literally, like, my last 10 minutes of my day, I'm sweeping up my floor, because never be too proud to sweep up after yourself. I'm wiping my table over, and I'm getting myself ready to leave. I've done everything on my list for that day. I've still got things to do, but they can wait till the next day. I've got I've prioritised my day. I've gone, I need to get this done, this done, this done, this done, this done today. And I've also got to do this meeting, and I've got to go and do this bit of paperwork, blah, blah, blah. And I know exactly what I've got to do for the day. And then I've got to do my security checks at so-and-so time. And I've planned my day, and I run through it, and I'll finish my day, and I've got 10 minutes left at the end of the day, and I'll just sweep up, wrap my stuff up, and I'm gone at 4:30. Unless, you know, I'm not like, if I've got a meeting going on, I'm not like, it's 4:30, I'm going. You know what I mean? As I said, I will stay for things like, we've had people pulling cables and stuff, and they've been like, oh, we need to stay, you know. And I'm like, all right, then I'll stay with you. Not very happy about it, like, because I like, you know, I do tell everybody what the site times are, but needs and musts. But yeah, it's I've got a life, and you know what I mean. You got to be able to go home, and you got to be able to switch off from work and get on with your own stuff. I like to get home. I like to play with Ivy. I like to help Joe out with the chores. You know what I mean. I like to do all this kind of stuff. I like to get myself ready. I do my exercises. I get my stuff ready for the next day. Put Ivy to bed, because that's a challenge. And then get to bed myself and unwind, watch a bit of something on the telly with the missus. You know what I mean? We don't do that much stuff. So to spend that half hour, don't get me wrong, we put something on and I'm like that in 10 minutes. I'll knock out. Like, I don't suffer with sleep at all. But I'm waffling on anyway. But you get the gist. Stay calm. Try today, when something presses you, just step back, breathe, just give yourself 10 seconds. Or if someone is just rabbiting on at you, just go, listen, I just need to go and I need to go and do this. I'll come back to you in a minute. Make something up. Just go away. Breathe, calm down, come back to it. Believe me, you'll deal with it.